Hey everybody, welcome to Heat My Shorts. Hope you're all doing well today. I've got some Sapporo Ichiban chow mein to review today. And I'm also going to be kicking it up a notch with some Puckerbutt Pepper Company's Chocolate Plague hot sauce. But first I want to wish a few friends happy birthdays. Mish B in Tecumseh, Oklahoma, USA. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. Happy birthday to you. And hopefully I'm getting the right one of you. I know it's a partner profile. Hopefully I'm wishing the right one happy birthday, because I did a little bit of background work to see if I could figure it out, and I think I got it. So happy birthday to you, either one of you, whoever birthday it is today. Also, Dominic C in Tampa, Florida, USA. Happy birthday to you. Chris R in Lewis, East Sussex, UK. Happy birthday to you. And Luke S in Mukdahan, Thailand. Happy birthday to you. And again, hopefully I'm pronouncing that place correctly. Happy birthday to anybody who is celebrating a birthday today, and to the rest of us, well, let's have a great day or a happy unbirthday, or I guess hopefully you've been having a great day or a happy unbirthday. It's 3 p.m. here. Been kind of dawdling today, and I didn't want to eat noodles for breakfast. I didn't want to have chow mein at 7 a.m. So I'm gonna have a step back because I'm standing on my toes just so I can be tall enough to be in the frame. Got some noodles already prepared here. You know the drill by now. I'm not gonna try to surprise you like, oh, I got it right here under. No, it's been here the whole time. Let's see here. It's hard to read my clipboard with that lamp behind the camera. I will admit that. Happy Friday, everybody. It's a little bit smoky outside here in Kamloops. The smoke from the wildfires has finally made its way to us, but it's not too bad, and luckily actually I see it's raining outside, so hopefully that keeps the smoke level down and keeps things damp as well. Sapporo Ichiban chow mein. I've had this stuff, you know, quite a few times for sure, but I've never reviewed it, so I figure why not review it this time. This is a Sapporo Ichiban chow mein Japanese style noodles. It's yakisoba. I've kind of wondered a few times what is yakisoba, so I googled it. I looked it up. Yakisoba means fried noodle in Japanese. So there you go. That's what yakisoba means. It's a pretty cool word, actually. I actually really like that word. Sapporo Ichiban is made by Sanyo Foods of Japan, but they're also manufactured in Garden Grove, California, USA, so for North American distribution. So that's kind of cool. I don't know. I think that's about it. Let's get into this. Let's try this out. So just put this down here. You can probably hear the air conditioner running. It's still quite warm out there, but yeah, I didn't want to turn off the air conditioning. It's already 74 degrees Fahrenheit in here, and that's about where my comfort limit is. I get too warm at about 75, 74, somewhere in there. Maybe I'll show this to you, actually. Show you what it looks like. Here's what the bowl of noodles looks like. It's got a nice dark color to it for sure from the seasonings that went into it. I'm not going to read you the seasonings, but I suppose I could show them to you. It's quite the list. Yeah, it's quite the list for sure. There we go. Hopefully you can read that. There we go. That looks like, maybe? It's quite the list for sure. Hopefully you can get a look at that if you're even interested. Let's try this out. This is Sapporo Ichiban's chow mein. I'll probably do the usual, have a couple of bites, give my review, and then spice it right up and eat the rest of it, I guess. That's what I've been doing, so that's a big forkful. Eat my shorts. Yep, it tastes like chow mein. Kind of a more, I don't want to say bland, but, kind of. Almost on the bland side for, you know, compared to other chow meins that I've had. Yeah, it's a little salty, a little sweet. You know what it almost kind of reminds me of? And I know that this is weird, but it just keeps repeating in my head. It reminds me of a very mildly seasoned ketchup chip or all-dressed chip, like halfway in between the two of those. And it's funny because when I was preparing this, I actually noticed that the smell was similar to that. I said to myself that the seasoning smells like ketchup chips. That's kind of interesting. I wonder if that's just me. Have you ever noticed that? Is that weird? I mean, I know it's kind of weird, but maybe someone else has noticed that too. I don't know. Let's do one more little bite here. Worcestershire sauce. Soy sauce powder, definitely tasting soy sauce in there. Tomato powder, that's just tomato and ketchup. Spices. Anyway, so for flavor rating, I think I'd give this maybe a 6.5 out of 10 for flavor rating. It's not bad by any means. It's just not overly flavorful. I could almost use a little bit more seasoning of some sort in there. I guess they do on the instructions, they do specify to add veggies and meat to it. What did they say? It's kind of funny actually. Add sauteed cabbage, vegetables, or leftover meat of choice. Why does it have to be leftover? I thought that was kind of funny. But I guess if you do that, add some chicken to it, that would definitely add some flavor to it. Add some of those sprout things that you see in chow mein, you know, stuff like that. Yeah. So maybe considering that I didn't follow through the instructions, I didn't add, you know, they've left room in the flavor for some meat. So maybe I will bump it up to a 7. Just because, you know, I didn't fully follow the instructions. And also, this probably doesn't play into the flavor at all, but I did misread one of the instructions. They say to sprinkle the, what is it, seafood sprinkles? Or not seafood, seaweed. Dried seaweed. They say to sprinkle it, pardon me, on top after you cook it and mix it. I mixed it in. I didn't follow the instructions properly there. But that's okay. There's 0 heat on this, but we're going to fix that right now. Some Puckerbutt Pepper Company Chocolate Plague Hot Sauce. This is basically just chocolate Bhutlah, pepper, and vinegar, I think. It's a hot sauce. It's one of the first very hot sauces that I really liked, and I really like this sauce. I really like chocolate Bhutlah pepper, so that might have something to do with it. That's probably a healthy amount. Don't need to get too carried away. Also, don't need to spill it. That would be disastrous. Oh yeah, I can smell that chocolate pepper aroma coming out of there now. I feel like I started to sweat as soon as I started mixing this in there. I haven't even tasted it yet and I'm already sweating. Let's give it a try. Sapporo Ichiban chow mein with Puckerbutt Pepper Company's Chocolate Plague Hot Sauce. Heat my shorts. us a couple of swirls first, just to get those tails hanging up, tucked in there, eh? It's got a kick now, for sure. I don't know what it is about chocolate Bhutlah peppers and chocolate peppers in general. I really like them. They're very different. They have like an earthy flavor to them. I don't know. Oh yeah, heat levels climbing now. There you have it. That was delicious. That was a good burn. It's really burning in the upper gums, which I like. A little bit of a throat burn. A little bit of chest and stomach burn, but not too bad. It's burning the corners of my mouth as well. Not too much on the tongue. Surprisingly. A little bit, but not too much. Yeah, so flavor rating on that, I think that puts it to an 8 out of 10 for my flavor rating. I really love that chocolate pepper flavor and just that essence of spice added to the meal. Nice earthy flavor added to that sweet, tangy chow mein. Added that additional flavor that I was kind of looking for. My heat level now, probably a 2.5 out of 10. Not quite a 3, but I feel like it's pushing it. I feel like it is pushing a 3. I absolutely recommend putting some chocolate plague hot sauce on your chow mein, if you're into that sort of thing. That was really good. Unplanned shout out time, just spur of the moment. I also didn't ask for permission here, but I'm gonna keep it brief. I just want to thank my friend Corky Fernando. Surprise letter in the mail today. Yeah, Corky sent me a really nice short-ish letter, and very inspiring, very motivating, just very nice, very sweet. And a copy of Corky's signed League of Fire card. I don't think that we discussed this at all. I don't think I knew it was coming, but if I did, then I forgot, and it was a surprise all over again. But I just want to thank Corky. You are so sweet, you are so awesome, and you've really been pushing yourself this last while for sure, doing these challenges in very impressive multiples. I'm very excited to see you compete in this San Diego pepper eating contest, the belt match. There's a lot of excellent people that are going to be up on stage with you there, and I hope you have a blast. I hope it's so much fun for all of you. That's what it's meant to be. And I'm really proud of you, even though, I mean, you've been doing this longer than I have. You've been a YouTuber longer than me. You've been doing the challenges longer than me. You've been around longer than me. But I'm proud of you. For what it's worth, I'm proud of you. And I'm proud and grateful to have you as a friend. So thank you for being so wonderful to me all the time, Corky. You are awesome. I thought I just heard Maggie about to come over. We're going to go see Maggie. She's under the kitchen table. She was on her couch, but either way, we'd have to go see her. I really appreciated when James Cloper was over, and I actually had forgotten about Maggie time, and he reminded me. I really appreciated that. That was such a fun, it was a short interaction. They were probably over for I don't know, an hour or so, maybe something like that. But that was so fun. That was such a cool experience. And Maggie had a blast. Maggie really got along with all of them. The pit bulls were absolutely sweet. They were so well behaved. James's family is so nice. They were such nice guests to have. I mean, I don't even think they came into the house at all, but we just hung out in the yard, hung out with the dogs, showed them my pepper plants, and did a quick video, and that was about it. I'm really looking forward to seeing them again someday, hopefully sooner than later for sure. Like I told them, like I told you, if you're watching, the door's always open for you folks. Bring the dogs, bring the kid, bring the family anytime. You're always welcome. Right, Maggie? Are they your friends now? Yeah? Yeah. She had fun. Yeah, it was a good time. Every day is the best day for Maggie. So, got a good little burn going there for sure. Got me sweating quite a bit, for sure. But that was fun. Not overly intense. Not like that one time. Remember that one time? I think that was my first noodle dish review, actually, wasn't it? Anyways, I'm gonna wrap this up, go get this uploading, and maybe do a little bit of flight simulator flying today. I'm not really sure. We'll see. Either way, in this corner, you'll see our HeatMyShorts logo. In this corner, I'm going to leave the Puckerbutt Pepper Company website for you to hop over there, shop their selection. They got a lot of great things to choose from there. And you know what? Up here, I'm going to leave Corky Fernando's channel. Make sure you check out Corky Fernando's channel if you haven't already. Give her a subscribe if you haven't already. And up here, something for you to enjoy. Some sort of video or playlist. We'll hang out again soon, I promise. I love you all. This has been Heat My Shorts with Maggie and Steve. The Maggie Show. Bye-bye.